Want to find homeowners inside the matrix, maybe to be able to do some circle prospecting or find new listings, things like that, that might be able to be interest of your buyers, sellers, things like that. Let's dig in. So first of all, we're inside of our matrix right here, and we're going to go to our search bar and go down to public records. All right, so when we click on public records, I'm going to pull up the next page here, and we are going to do a map search off of this. The reason why I'm going to do a map search is because I want to get a surrounding area around the property that I'm interested in. So if you want to do a subdivision or, a certain mile radius around it, you can always do that. So we're going to go 400 West 7th Avenue, Lexington, NC. All right, so I see my little neighborhood right now, and here's all the different properties. So you can sort of see how many is in there. So we're just going to draw a little polygon around the outside areas of the properties that I might want to circle prospect and say, hey, just sold a property in your area for this amount of money. Let me know if you're interested in buying or selling or things like that. So, you could send it to all different types of people that might be interested. So if you've got a new listing, things like that. So now I've got all these properties that are sitting right here. So as you can see right here, we've got 204. So now we're going to hit the search results, and that's where we're going to get all of our real information. So we go into search results, and we see all the different properties that are in here. Now, we see all these that are going down, but what if we actually wanted to narrow it down a little bit more? So we can go back into the criteria and see if it's owner occupied. So if we only want properties that are owner occupied, then we can go like this and say, okay, we've got all owner occupied properties. So when we click back over here, we are down to 87 properties out of that 260, 40, whatever it was. Now, let's just say that I wanted to market to all the renters that were in the area. So then I'm going to hit owner occupied, no. All right. And now we're back up to 130. So these are all the addresses. Now, you went into here, you're going to have to say, change your address, things like that. But if you're sending it out to these properties right here, these are going to be rentals, investment properties, things like that. So let's go back to the owner occupied right here. So I'm sitting right here, and I can go in and say that I've got a client who's wanting a 3+ bedroom property in this neighborhood, and I've got a buyer that's interested in your neighborhood. So I can go 3-bedroom, 1.5 baths, and now I've got 48 properties that fit as an owner occupied. Are you thinking about selling? Well, I've got a client who's interested in your area. Click here. So then I'd go to results, and then I would click in all, and I would go to export. Now, whenever you export these, you want to do it as the owner information right here, and that you are allowed 5,000 per every 30 days in this MLS. Your MLS might be a little bit different, but I'm on the Try It MLS right now. And so then when we just click export, and when we do that, we can actually open up something like Google Sheets or something of that nature. So you can take this sheet right here and go into, say, Avery labels, or you could just print off whatever you wanted to and send out a nice card or something like that saying, I've got an interested buyer, or welcome to the neighborhood, that kind of information that's going on. And you can just use it for all different types of circle prospecting, marketing, things like that. It could be advantageous for your real estate career. Just keep on digging, and a lot of times people want to be able to hear this. Another great tip I would say is have your seller do a review letter for you and send it out to all the other neighbors out there and saying, hey, I just moved, and if you are thinking about doing here, use Dustin. He did a great job, and thanks for everything, blah, blah, blah. So here's the owners of each of one of those single properties. It's now popped up, the addresses, the zip codes, and everything else. So we can see everything that we want to right here. You might have to merge and change your formatting depending on how you're going to put them in there, if you're doing them by hand, things like that. But you can always go in. There's a lot of different plugins that you can make these into address labels themselves. Not very hard, but we can do that in another video. So if you're interested in pulling up tax information, there you go.